In this video, I show you how I'm preparing my pre-travel album with the Going Places collection from Simple Stories by dividing everything into sections, putting in the snap cards, and how I'm doing two interactive elements. Actually, I'm doing pockets out of this collection for this pre-travel album. So let's get into it. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Little Steffi from Little Steffi Big World. So I have a video showing you all the elements of this Going Places collection from Simple Stores, which I love so much. In this video I am going through the snap cards of this collection. So there are 3x4 inch cards, so that's 5 by 10 centimeters, and they are also 4 by 6 inch cards, so that's 10 by 15 centimeters. And I want to do a pre-travel album because we actually wanted to go to Belgium in the year 2020, which of course got cancelled because of the coronavirus pandemic. But I'm still hoping we are going to do that kind of trip, and it's going to be a trip by car and visiting several cities, and we're not going by plane and not by boat probably. And there are lots of cards in this collection that I won't be using, so I've just divided into what I might be using and what I'm probably not be using. Like, I'm not going to use the ones with the planes on it or with countries like South Africa or the USA, New York, and things like this on them. So I'm putting them to the side or into the back. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going through the collection, through the cards to get familiar with them, so it's easier for me throughout the process to decide, okay, what am I looking for, what do I need, what colors, what kind of elements do I want to use on a specific page. Because I find it hard, this is the very first time that I'm doing an album before going on a trip, so I don't know what we are going to experience during the trip and what I need. But that's the beauty of having these pocket pages, so I can just slip in the cards. Like, I'm using this card that says pack your bags, so that's definitely going somewhere in the front of the album, but I'm not quite sure how much I want to document about packing and our luggage and stuff, and where we are going to be lost, you know, where this card says, oh, let's get lost together and stuff. So I'm just trying to find something very, very neutral. I want to do 4 sections because this snap album, the snap binder, actually comes with 3 craft dividers, so I can do 4 sections. And so I'm just going through the cards and just slipping them into the pockets. And then I have also 2 pockets that are 6 by 8 inches wide and tall, so I can also I'm also digging into my 6 by 8 paper pad and choosing some that I want to use there, maybe, you know, just put it in there and just get familiar with the paper of that paper pad. So I'm just deciding, even though the paper is double-sided, and it would be okay to just slip in one paper into one of these pockets and I would have both sides, you know, already covered. I'm putting in 2 later on throughout the process. I'm actually taking out paper to use them for other pages. So I'm just showing you what I've got so far. I'm leaving some spaces where I want to put maybe pictures or travel memorabilia where I don't want to have necessarily a snap card in them. So this is the point where I'm deciding I can't leave the organization and all the order like it is. So I'm doing 4 sections. So the first section about, you know, before we go on a travel, packing our bags, being excited about the trip, that's a pretty small one. So I'm just using like 2 or 3 pocket pages and 2 I'm actually using 2 pocket pages and 2 snap pages, and then comes the first divider, and then comes, you know, the parts about where I'm going to the first city, and then to the second city, and then the third city maybe, and then going home. So these are bigger. So I'm choosing for the second and third part 1 of each pocket page. So there are 4 different types of pocket pages in here, and I'm dividing them by these snap pages. Then comes the second divider, and so on. So this is how I'm roughly laying out these sections, so I know where I want to put all the things about, arriving or departing at the beginning and the end, and then everything in between where we are experiencing things. And then I'm actually going through doing the first craft divider, and I want to do a pocket page. At first I wanted to go for this background with the luggages and the camera, and but I'm not too happy about it, because this is the first craft divider. So this is when we are taking off, when we are going to our first destination. And so I'm deciding on this paper with the planes and trains and cars and everything, and then cutting that piece for the bottom where I want to put where I'm making a pocket. Now I have 2 packs. This is the journal bits and the bits and pieces pack from the collection, and it's better to have them out on your desk if you want to use it. So I have this table eating dish that's actually for children, but it's perfect for dividing your embellishments. So at the bottom I'm putting the bigger pieces, at the top left I'm putting the very, very small pieces, and at the top right the middle-sized pieces, and they're sitting on my desk and I can just grab through it. So now I'm putting double-sided tape on the piece of paper that I want to use as the bottom. So it's forming the pocket. So I'm just putting the double-sided tape on 3 sides, and I just made sure I'm putting tape on the right side. So because it does have some words, so it does have a direction. That paper has a direction. I don't want it to have it upside down. So now that I've put that down, and I've decided on a snap card that I want to put in there as a placeholder, I'm going on to decorating it. So I'm deciding on my favorite washi tape here from that collection, with all these passport stamps and destination things at the bottom as bottom stripe. And then I'm deciding at the top left I want to do a little cluster as well. So I'm just putting a stripe of washi tape there as well, but I'm not cutting it, I'm just ripping it, so it's a little bit rough, it's not a straight line. And what I'm doing now, it's going through my chipboard pieces, and I really love these chipboard pieces, but they're coming out of the packaging, out of the frame, so I'm putting them into my organizer as well, all the small pieces, the middle-sized pieces and the big pieces. So it's going to be a lot easier for me throughout the process. You're going to see this in all the other videos that are coming up about this album, that it's so much easier going through all the elements like this. So I'm just looking through it, and at the beginning I'm not completely familiar with what pieces I have in there and what I want to use, so I have to go through everything, and later on I will exactly know, okay, this is what I want to use. I'm looking for that color, or there was this kind of phrase that I want to use. And also this sticker book from that collection is absolutely amazing, but at the beginning you're just overwhelmed by all the possibilities, and I'm just looking for a phrase that's very generic. So I'm going for the phrase that says travel far, explore more, live large, which is really fantastic. And then I'm going for this round sticker with the heart sunglasses and chipboard pieces. I'm also using another sticker for the top left cluster, and I'm using double-sided tape to put down that paper. So I made a little mistake here, but I managed to get off the double-sided tape without any damaging the paper too much. So I'm just using one of the stickers, one of the tab stickers, to put it on that little tab, and it says happy travels. And I really love how that pocket, how that page turned out. So what I did on the back of that craft divider is doing the same things. So I'm doing a pocket on that page as well. I'm just having a little bit of difficulties to decide what I want to use for the pocket. So in the end, I'm deciding for this flower pattern on the back of this pink Journey design paper, because this paper pad comes with each design twice. So I do have that design paper with that girl on the roller driving and saying journey, have a good journey. I have that a second time in the paper pad, so it's not to worry about that I've cut this apart. I'm actually doing the same thing here. I'm doing washi tape all around the border, and then also doing a cluster, but this time at the top right, not the top left. And yeah, so I'm going through my embellishments and using a tag, a chipboard. I'm actually using a foam element and one of the breads for the embellishment, for the cluster at the top right. And I'm putting in a 4x6 card and a 3x4 card. And I'm really happy with how this turned out. And this is just the first element. I'm using this kind of element in different varieties throughout the album, and I'm getting way more creative throughout the process. So I'm doing flips with magnets, flipping to the side, flipping open, and I'm using placeholders for photographs and so many other things. So I hope you enjoy this series and stay with me. Subscribe to my channel if you want to not miss how this album is going to turn out. So this is the final product, this is the final how it looks on the front and the back of this first craft divider. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. You all stay safe and scrapbook on. Take care and bye bye.